So I'm watching, you know, Married at First Sight, and it was a lot to unpack. And I left some things out, like the little exchange between Gil and Myrla, how he was saying that she was, what was the word he used? He didn't. I don't believe he said bougie, but he said she was high maintenance or something like that. Something that was in that ballpark. And she was saying, I've never heard that with anybody I've dated. And he said, that's because you were pretty much dating yourself. They were just like you, so they didn't identify it. And she was like, no. She's like, well, let's just agree to disagree. I hate that term. Everybody keeps using the same phrases. At the end of the day, agree to disagree. I get so sick of that. Anyway, that was a nice little back and forth toe to toe exchange. But I was watching some lady on YouTube, and she was just totally with Team Myrla, and she was like, "I told you guys Myrla was gonna do that," and she was just dissing Gil, talking about he wasn't financially stable. And newsflash. Now listen up here. I'm gonna say something that's very profound. Listen up. Take your earphones off if you got some, earbuds, whatever they call it. If you don't own your own business, you're not financially stable. No matter how much money you're making, if you're not running the show, if you're not the CEO, you can be fired, laid off at any time. So nobody's financially stable unless you own your own business or you got something else going on. But working for somebody else, get off it. A marriage can't be based on how much money somebody makes, because money comes and goes. What are you going to do? Keep leaving and coming back every time they lose a job? Well, I'm gone. He gets a new job. Well, I'm back. Gets fired again. Well, I'm gone. Gets a new job. Hey, I'm back. No, you have to stay in it. That's what's wrong with American society. It's become so materialized and about money that nothing works. They say most marriages in America are over money. That's most marriages. Well, that too. But most divorces end over money, financial situations. You know why? Because most people are materialistic. So, I mean, for people to be so hung up on how much somebody's check is, and, she was saying how much, she talked about before on the show how much money she made. And it's not like she was asking Gil to buy her this stuff. So, what difference does it make what, how much money he makes? He's not asking her to buy him anything, and she's not asking him to buy her anything. If he does it, he does it. If she does it, she does it. But neither one was asking the other to come support him. And this lady on YouTube was talking about Gil didn't have a place to stay. He was looking for somewhere to shack up. And when he said he sold all his stuff to move in, he didn't have nothing to sell. I was like, wow, this sounds like a bitter Myrla herself. I was like, how can you condone Myrla's behavior? And I started thinking, was Myrla saving all this because she didn't want, I heard you have to pay a fine if you leave the show early. Like if you just say, no, I'm not feeling this, and you walk out, I don't know if it's 100,000 or something, but Myrla's too attached to her money to pay that. So I don't know if she was just trying to stick it out so she could make the money and not have to pay back money. But I'm thinking she could have just said she wanted a divorce on decision day and she would have still got her money, from what I understand. She didn't have to act like he was her dream guy if he really wasn't. Why try to hit below the belt? When Gil would complain and all that, and I was getting tired of it myself, but when he was complaining, he was doing it from an honest, you could tell he was doing it from an honest perspective. He wasn't trying to be cruel or anything. He was just telling it like it is. But some people internalize and take everything, like, oh, he had mean intentions. No, but it looked like Myrla had mean intentions on the reunion show. It looked like she was just, like I said on one of my comments, colder than a freezer in winter in Antarctica. She was ice cold. Did not seem to care how Gil was feeling at all. It's just funny how modern day women can support Myrla's actions. Like, I mean, come on. Just flip it around. How would you guys have felt if you were in that position? You go on national TV and someone, after acting like you're their dream person, just, nope, not attracted to you. I don't want to be married to you. and they're just sitting there looking with a blank face, no hugs, no, hey, I'm sorry, I know it's rough, but it's just, you know, like, take it or leave it. I'm not feeling you, out, sideways. That's the world we're living in, though. People are lovers of self. They care about their own interests, not so much the other person. It's always me, me, me. What can you do for me? I always say when you're married, you have to flip the M upside down. The me has to become a we. That's deep, by the way. The me has to become a we, and you know, I'm just not cool with how Myrla handled it. And like I said on my last video, there's something that's being left out. I don't know exactly the details. Hopefully, when the counselors get on the show, they can break her down and find out why she's really not wanting to be with Gil. Because it's just like, it's like a huge middle part was left out. I mean, he's the best. He's great. He's handsome. You want to look at him every day, and then a middle part that we don't see, and then I hate you, I never want to see you again, I want out. It's like, well, we missed the middle part. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys hearing other YouTube pages kind of on Team Myrla or just what? I'm Team Gil, you know. Keep your head up, Gil. You'll find somebody else. Anyway, this is the J. Roos Theory. Make sure to subscribe and be fearless. Pow.